don't think Twitch has started, but at least got my mic going. Little technical difficulty there. Apparently, I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties this week. I had this lapel mic. Put that up there. And the hinge didn't break. You know, the hinge is still there. You would think the hinge would be something that broke. But the plastic was so crappy and weak, it just kind of bent itself. What I was doing was I was hiding this in my beard, and this is the mic I've been running. It allowed me to get rid of the headset, and I charged up the headset. I don't know why I got this on the charger. I'm gonna put this. Matter of fact, we're gonna shut this down, make sure it's not running, and then throw that in the desk drawer. All right. Let me see what I was doing. Man, some of those things that have been updated, they we're almost done with the election. Oh my gosh. Uh, and it's not that the election exhausts me. I'm not one of those people that's out there going, "Oh, let me join the crowd and tell you how terrible it is that I gotta go vote in order to keep money in my pocket, or decide if I'm gonna let Commie Kamala take over my life." You know, if all you need to know is if you don't know she's been lying to you, you've got a bad news source. Because what they're doing is they've been editing and editing and editing. They've been cheating. They got caught cheating with the Saturday Night Live thing. The Saturday Night Live said, "Hey, we're not going to have any candidate on there," and snuck Kamala in this week. And they stole a Trump bit. It was a bit that Trump did in 2016. Just stole his stuff. They know he's reaching people. They know people want him, and they are banking on well, I'll give you the same thing. You'll just get me instead of the bad orange man. Yeah, I don't think he's that bad. I don't follow his tweets. So if he's saying something dirty in a tweet, I just don't follow him. There is 20 million people out there who talk like utter shitheads 24/7. I don't follow them either. It's not a hard concept. All right, let me see what's running, what's not. So go to live. Oh, let me refresh this page. There's it is, and go to. Hey, we got 2 people on right now. Okay, hold on, guys. Give me some chat here so we can get some chat up on the screen. Because I'm dicking with everything. I'm dicking with the cameras. I'm done. Oh, I shouldn't be. Oh, I'm sorry. It's too early in the morning to be swearing. Your kids might be listening if you got this up on the TV or something like that. Let me say. I can tell you the PTS Rochambeau, man. I can tell you the PTS has been Rochambeau. You don't know this, but in 2017, I decided to join Twitter, which I hated because of the way everybody talks on Twitter, where the entire cast of Star Trek proceeded to shit talk me so badly that I was removed as a National Deputy Chief of Staff from the Veterans of Foreign Wars because the crew of the Star Trek Enterprise was threatening to quit the Veterans of Foreign Wars. And the old farts over there had no clue. TDS. Pete, what's so Trump does say, well, I don't think it is. I think mass hysteria over something that doesn't exist. I haven't seen a single thing they've said about him that's true. Oh, Trump's going to go out and start hunting down the news reporters. Well, Trump didn't say that. I did. That's how I got removed from the frickin' VFW position. Because on Twitter, when they were shit talking me, I said, this continues, and we're going to be hunting Democrats with dogs before the end of the decade. Well, that projection's right. We're close to doing that. You can't have people lying to your face and stealing desires the a little freedom. And I think the question everybody needs to ask from any politician now or in the future when they say something, where's the freedom in that? Sorry, I'm gonna get some hot coffee on my throat because I can already feel it right. Where's the freedom in it?
User joined your
Oh,
channel.
you're gonna get into the deal here. All right. Uh, Man, I had nothing but mic problems, headset problems. My scene stuff kept changing, and I finally figured out why. Uh, Zach's been changing scenes, and for some reason, the fact that I got the computers synced is changing the scenes in here. So I edit up a scene, and then that scene's gone because I don't ever touch that the scene thing. Uh, okay, so Dex headset. Today I've got finally 4.5 months. My new motherboard's supposed to show up today. I'm crossing my fingers I've had that new motherboard show up 4 times. Hopefully this one shows up and works. Uh, Man, they know they're selling me trash because these $500 motherboards. They when I turn around and say, hey, this thing doesn't work, I get my money refunded, and they don't want the motherboard back. I get the I Amazon's just allowing China to dump its garbage back in our uh, deal. I had this problem before. They have a when I had the computer store, they had the Artesia Clean and Beautiful people. I had people who would come down and give me old computers rather than throwing them in a dumpster because it's illegal to throw your computer in a dumpster just because there's a lot of toxic crap in a computer. And I had a guy that come around and did clean recycling stuff. Yeah, I was doing that until the political leftists got involved because they got paid by a grant from the city to host things like, oh my God, come here and turn your old computer in. Well, my name and number, I put a sticker on top of computers that you can peel off, but there's my service number. If there's something wrong with the machine I sold, I put my number down there on the computer. You ain't got to look it up, ain't got to Google nothing. And my unfortunate thing with the computers I built was they were lasting 7 to 10 years. And you want a computer to last no more than 3 if you're the computer guy in town. Otherwise, I just cut my freaking profits in half because the stuff keeps working and working and working and working. I say that right now because I'm building a 3000 series CPU, and the latest CPUs, the 7000 and 9000, are just now starting to beat them. You're getting a 10% increase in speed. In theory, I don't even think the testing software can test this stuff properly. I was just talking with Space People about that. The So I'm building a new AI machine, and I'm going to put 4 GPUs in it. And right now I've got 35 GPUs sitting in the shop out there. So, I mean, to get this started and get it up and get it working, in house, not a problem. But I'm wanting to build the machine so I can send it out to a co-hosting. And the point being is I'm going to tie this AI machine to an app so that I'm going to feed game data into the AI machine, and all that math that I used to do with a pencil, I want to make the machine do it in a fraction of the time. It used to take me 3 months to break down these March calculators, and I'm going to knock it out in an hour or so. And then that's going to allow it to customize it for you, not just give you general math numbers, which is what we started with, 5, 6 years ago, was just general. Everybody uses the same thing. Then on Rogers Raiders, we went to a custom calculator, and I've got Rogers Raiders turned off because man, I turned it back on and people started paying me money. The it is not easy. I can't just go through PayPal and say find all people who subscribe to me, cancel. It won't let me do that. I got to go through them one by one. I got to flip through 9 pages just to cancel and refund your money. So the website's down. I stop sending me fucking money. The how's that for a freaking business philosophy? Stop sending me fucking money. The and I'm serious about that. All right. So today my hinge adapters. Oops, that's not the arm. Is this one? What the hell? Man, that looks squared up right there. Okay, now I'm looking at the camera, I guess. I have to put some tape down in here or something. The what do we got here? We got two details. Save. All right. Uh so Ro, does Trump have it in the bag? I think everybody's math is so bad that the news agencies are going to go silent. And yes, in 2017, I did tell the little Democrat shitheads that were manipulating Twitter. Uh, what was that? The Green candidate. They were all tied to her account. The one that Hillary used to dispute the election so that she didn't have to personally. It got disputed anyway by the person who got 1% of the vote and not the person who got, you know, less than Trump. Man, I don't even know if I'm listening to TeamSpeak on this. Says I am. Let me go to TeamSpeak. Well, there you are, man. Hold on. Let me while I'm watching the TeamSpeak thing. All right, there we go. Now I can hear you picking up your headset like, oh, I didn't have my shit on. Had my stuff all hooked up to the speakers. Was ready to blow out some gaming. Play some Hunt Showdown with Space Baby. Full rage. Okay.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Do I need to go get a whiskey here?
Yeah, you need to
All
get
right.
a whiskey. We need to go. We need to go on full
Oh,
bullshit.
let's just do a marathon until the election's over. We'll start now. Just random fucking.
We were just gonna talk about that. I was gonna talk about that election.
Okay,
All
hold on, hold on,
right,
hold
I'm
on,
gonna go get
hold
some
on.
beers. I'll
My
be
my
right
my
back.
my whiskey glass here is empty. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get some whiskey. And I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Let me type that, or you know, let me see. Game capture. I need to make a scene that is All right. Uh, it resets the chat when I switch scenes. I hate that. I don't know why it's not caching the chat so I can swap between scenes. I got to do the chat differently. Ooh. Yes, I did. I got about 6, 7 shots of Southern, or I'm not going to say the name. Some some Southern feel better juice.
Some Southern pillow.
Yeah. I don't do the 100 proof. I don't like it. Oh, I don't like the taste. The that and I have a tendency to drink about 11 shots in a sitting. You know, over the course of a couple hours. Depends on how many dollars I have. Singles. Ah. Are we gonna go to a nudie bar in freaking England?
Well, if I can get my
Your
what the hell
passport.
is it? My
What's up with your
passport.
passport? I thought I was gonna have.
I gotta go
I
get
thought I was
it.
gonna have a hell of a time because my passport was pulled for 10 years. Mine only took a couple weeks, and I guess that's because there's a file on me. So when they type my name in a computer, it was like, oh, all cleared. Boom. They clicked a button and sent it to me. Because mine, I guarantee you, mine was red flagged when they first got the app. I wasn't allowed to travel abroad for 10 years after leaving the military, and so I just never got my passport. And to go down to Mexico, and until the Democrats got more election offices, I didn't need a passport to go back and forth to Mexico, and we used to not have a problem. The number of people driving around here now is insane. Apparently, I don't know, and you want to what's bad right now about the illegals is I'm getting road rage sitting on my couch. They're out there spinning their tires and drag racing around. We've had all the houses that were for sale down my block got families in them. They didn't buy them. They just moved in, took the sign out of the yard. The setting up drug operations. They've had 3 drug ops. We had two people stabbed just 3 houses down the other night. And then you get people who look at me cross. I was like, oh, you got a new pistol and you're carrying your pistol on your hip everywhere? Yeah, I'm living in the Wild West again. The this is bad. They don't understand this. This ain't Mexico showing up. This is Venezuela showing up. That place is, to quote a term from the Orange Man, that's a shithole. I'll give a direct quote from President Trump. That's a shithole. And if you don't believe me, look around your neighborhood at all the violence that just showed up there. And those are the kids. That ain't the people who've had 20 that are 35, 40 years old who are hardened human beings in that violence. They're hardened criminals. Oh, we're going to get me on the whiskey. I'm going to get going. All right.
Well, what do you think about the Warhawk?
Warhawk. Who? Kamala?
Liz Cheney. You didn't hear that?
Liz Cheney. Oh, I heard the comments about it.
Did you hear that comment? Well, she's a Warhawk.
Yeah, and they took it. Well, they took it out, and they went and tried to take that out of context.
Oh, they take everything out of context.
Oh my God, he's going to shoot Liz Cheney. Again, the only person who said that they're going to hunt down news reporters with dogs is me. The matter of fact, when Space Baby called me in the 2000 election, one of the things we were talking about there, and he goes, they were talking about, you think there's going to be shooting? I said, if there's any shooting, any militias need to know the first person to shoot is that news producer sitting inside the van. That's who's fucking your world up. They're hiding inside of a van, whispering in the ear of the blonde bubblehead what to say. They don't have an opinion. They don't research anything. They got their own personal Google source. They don't even have to type.
That's Operation
Yeah.
Mockingbird.
So,
There's no journalistic integrity anymore. They're all paid
right.
actors.
Well, I
It's like Anderson Cooper came out a few years ago and said, "Yeah, I was in the CIA." Oh, guess who he's sitting there spewing
you
bullshit
know
for? Oh, CNN.
I,
Operation Mockingbird at its finest.
the people I can't remember his name now. The guy that took over for Rush Limbaugh was in the CIA, and it instantly stopped listening to that. I don't know people that are listening to that have nothing else to listen to. That's all there is to it. Rush
Yeah,
Limbaugh was on
it's
AM. The
it's
best thing Rush Limbaugh did for us was stick to the radio that no one listens to anymore. You had to make an effort to go
yep,
listen to Rush Limbaugh and hear what he said and hear what he researched.
and still had high numbers.
Oh yeah,
You had to try to find
yeah.
him in high
Especially
numbers.
if you're traveling. If you're traveling down the road, you got to go scanning through the stations and everything. the 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 election on Tuesday doesn't end for me, uh, because now we have to get rid of this commie uh, c word that's running my state.
So, what do you think the shenanigans are going to be on November 6th after Trump wins on November 5th?
Arizona is going to be one of the big. It depends on.
Nah, he's going
No,
to
no,
win
no, no, no.
Arizona. It's
Here's the
guaranteed.
thing. Arizona has already said we're going to be the longest people to count. Apparently you got to take your shoes off to count ballots over there. The the they've already said 12 to 13 days to count all the ballots. Uh, the in Arizona has Prop 180. No, it's not 187. I can't remember now. I shouldn't say it if I don't know it. But you got a proposition that's going to turn around and remove the right of the citizens to get rid of a judge. Every election, you have to vote to keep your judges in Arizona, the high court justices. You know, and if he's a complete and utter shithead, you just vote him back out, and then they get to appoint someone else. The and Right now, the person appointing in Arizona is a commie. So the ballot initiative, and here's the thing: the ads that I saw, they're like, wow, it was all about abortion on the ads on the judges, and they what they wanted to do was basically they want to make sure that they think they're going to retain the Democrat governor in there, and they think if they get this ballot initiative through to remove the elections, Arizona is going to be like New Mexico is. Our governor is appointing people who are lifetime appointees, and she's doing the lifetime part after the election. So, so they got two commie. We have two regulators for laws in the state of New Mexico. You write a new law, the two regulators read it and write the rules on how that law is implemented. Well, they got two commie people voted in during the mail-in ballot. You know, it was the same, but during that same mail-in ballot, 60% of the people said we don't want to vote on regulators no more. So we got these two commies in here who are now lifetime appointed, and they modified the Constitution to say that the next governor can't fire them. So we've got a lifetime Politburo in New Mexico now, and no one's talking about it. The and because of that, George Soros owns the state of New Mexico. The and I couldn't figure out. I was like, why are they so worried about New Mexico? And Fox News let it out, and then I had to double check it. The county I live in, and the county that I go to get my groceries, because it's a 90-mile trip to go get my groceries. That's how spread out we are. These two counties are 17% of the U.S. oil. 17% of our U.S.'s oil production. They won't let them put a pipeline to get the oil out of here to begin with. We got to truck it all out. The there's a road heading down to Texas to get onto a Texas pipeline. You better be vigilant, or the Mexicans that they've been hiring, and they've been doing that for 15 years, because they'll hire these guys at $9 an hour and work them 20 hours a day. The We get more cars run over by semi trucks out here. I'd love to see that statistic. We've got to blow up the whole world on how many people get sideswiped by a semi truck in New Mexico. The And then they always blame a drunk driver, and that's basically because everybody is drunk when they're driving around in New Mexico. Helps.
Well, it is the highest drunk driving
Well,
rate
helps.
in the United States per capita.
Well, that probably has to do with the fact that there's entire gas stations
Uh,
whose 80% of the stuff in their coolers is not sodas and water. It's beer.
well, yeah. I lived in New Mexico for 5 years, so I know all the road signs about the guy that got killed by a drunk
Oh
driver, or
yeah,
the
it's like
kid,
driving through a graveyard down here
or
with all the signs over there.
oh yeah, they're everywhere.
And
I lived there for 5 years. That was like 20 fucking years ago, and it was bad. I can't even imagine it got better.
my grandpa, my great grandpa, when he died, he had a 64 Nova 2, which is now popular as shit. The With a 283 turbo fire in it, and he had a 76 El Camino with a 350. It was a 350 Super Sport. And when we were rebuilding those things, under the carpet in both cars, he had money hidden to pay for his DUIs when they pulled him over. He had cash hidden in the car.
Smart man.
There was a few $100s underneath the carpet of the thing. The he looked like an Indian, so he was always getting kind of profiled a little bit. Yeah, he was an Indian. It's just he looked the part. The I don't look the part.
Well,
I
the
don't get
Native
pulled over as much. But I got pulled over in his car a lot. Holly got pulled over in his car a lot. I we Holly was driving that we were driving.
Well, what are you doing driving a res looking fucking vehicle? The cops are going to pull you over on the res
We
vehicle.
had that when we customized out that El Camino. We put the 2000 anniversary edition Corvette. It was kind of a purple color on that El Camino. So it's a purple. It's a dark, deep purple. Something. It was a royal looking. It was a good looking car. The good looking color, nice. But man, you wouldn't believe how many times we got told the taillights were out in that car. You get
I
out of the
bet.
side, get us out of the road, and like, oh, they're working now. It's like, oh well, they must be blinking. I guess they blink a lot. and and just because we rebuilt the car, I was like, man, maybe I do have a loose wire or something like that in there. I went through that thing with a fine tooth comb like 6 times. I'm like, and then I figured out like they're just profiling the car. It's a freaking where we lived. We lived on the freaking old air base, which was the cheapest house you get. We bought a house for $7,000. The it's we're living at living there. Just need a box to keep the rain off you, man. I don't know. You don't need nothing. It was a 3 bedroom house, but it was an old. They're the old cinder block houses, which I didn't realize how fast concrete transmits heat and cold until I put the floor in the new studio. Once we covered up the concrete floor in the new studio, my little high efficiency through the wall heat pump, that thing keeps that place, no wind, no nothing, it never blows. It's keeping that place the perfect temperature to year round, even out in the heat. And then November 27th, I'm getting an epidural in my spine. Uh, I scheduled that out as far as I could so that it's still effective while I'm walking around England. The I shouldn't have any pain in my lower spine while we're moving around. So and then I'm also, what is it? January 7th. I'm going in for uh, eye surgery from two different eye surgeons. Uh, um, they're going to go in and polish the rear lens in my right eye. They think that's going to open up a bunch of light, which I'm already getting my vision back in it. My left eye is I just came back from the eye doctor Friday. I'm 20/20 my left eye. I love poking at people. It's like, oh, look at that diabetic loss of eyesight. You know, everybody has it. You're a diabetic, Mr. Larson. Like, wow, I'm the only diabetic that went from 100% blind to 20/20. How often? I'm a miracle. But I'm building my own AI machine, man. I got this figured out, I think. Uh, I've been doing my MCT oil, and I just started taking some amino acids. I don't know if you heard of 3211. The It's a amino acid package. It's for specifically a specific type of recovery. A lot of weightlifters use it because they burn things down. And I think me trying to heal ain't much different than me ripping my muscles apart if I was heavy weightlifting. Uh, so I started taking that last week. It's hard to tell if I'm feeling better from it. And then I spent 2.5 hours at my, what's she called? Acupressurist. It's an 81-year-old Chinese doctor who does that thing, and she does this little pinch stuff where she pinches things, and then she's trying to teach me the, but I mean things like I couldn't if you stick your hand behind your back, I couldn't get past you know where your kidney is if I went to go move my legs. Now I can touch the kidney on the other side of my back, put my arm back, just from a 2.5 hour session with my acupressures. How much? I mean, you would think that stretching or something like that would do it. I mean, but she's pinching the ligaments. My ligaments are hardening, and then the she's undoing that. And then she gave me a bunch of stretches for my lower back. The, the I didn't do this morning. I need to start doing them. It's only 30 freaking cycles. I need to do them. Uh, because that old Chinese woman, she talks about the ligaments being the spirit in the body and all this stuff, and says you got to unblock this spirit. When you got, and I think it's just a Chinese language issue. They don't have the proper words for. They don't have any Latin words in China, right? All we know about the body and how we name things is out of Latin. The there's no direct translation from Chinese to Latin. So it sounds like they don't know what they're talking about sometimes. But if you can, in your mind, translate their translation, that what she's talking about is the electrical signals are getting blocked up in ligaments, which nobody else talks about. I'd never heard that before. But whether she's right or full of shit, she pinched my body for 2 hours. I could move my legs, move my arms again. What do I care what she thinks? I know she knows what she's doing. The Man, got me drinking at freaking 5 a.m. on a Monday morning. You can't drink all day if you don't start early. The I should pull up, see what's going on the. You know what? The Fox News started it regular week yesterday. All the people that would be on all day on a weekday, they put them on Sunday. To start talking about the election, because the chicken shit is in full force. The I think this morning we're going to hear about every single lawsuit that the Democrats filed. Oh, we're going to have to dig to find all the lawsuits that the Democrats filed. But all the news reports are going to be how the Democrats are prepared for all the crap that Trump pulled last time by trying to get people to count ballots instead of just put them in a pile and say that's good. Yeah, I think that's the thing that pisses me off the most. It's they talk about Trump getting even with everybody. All the stuff that Trump would get even with it. I, as a citizen of the United States, want him to deal with that. What happened to him has happened to me at a smaller scale, and I would love for him to go after the ability for this lawfare to exist. You have to remember how lawfare starts. That kid you picked on in school became a law enforcement officer. That's where it starts. You know, they want power. They remember Carton's like respect my authority. You know, the fat kid you picked on in school become an officer. It's a lack of job options. Being an officer doesn't pay well. I don't mean to, there's a lot of military go into law enforcement too, but a lot of big city police stations refuse to accept ex-military as law enforcement officers. They usually have to go through the sheriff's department in your local state to get hired. And it's one of the reasons, as far as law enforcement goes, I'm pushing for a realignment away from the 1930s. I want to go back to elected law enforcement. There's 3,200 elections for your local sheriff. If we took all the federal resources that are being spent nationwide and just dumped that money into a sheriff's department, spread it out, and then let the elections determine who's in charge of that money in your area, most of the problems be solved. You can't turn around and call racism because a black neighborhood's going to have a black sheriff most likely. And when he's knocking your kids upside the head because they're little shitheads spray painting on the wall, you're probably going to go, good, hit them again. Do you need my belt to whip their ass? I don't think we'll get to the point of caning people in the middle of the county, but I will say that back in the day, when you hung a man for stealing a $20 horse thievery was not a big deal. The thieves stole their stuff and left town. They didn't keep coming back to the same place to steal more and more and more and more and more. Right now in California, I think they got one guy that they arrested 37 times, and then he gets all the charges dropped because what he stole was less than $1,000, and that's their rule. Well, he got arrested 37 times. He apparently had been successful, at least a few. If he kept coming back, he was getting away with it more than he was getting caught. So imagine that one guy probably stole hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff, and you're probably going to buy it on eBay for Christmas. Ah, ooh, gulp of my whiskey. Hits the tonsils, kind of funny.
Well, it looks like you're drinking out of a Dunkin' Donuts cup.
It's a square. It's a square mixer glass. Hold on. I don't remember. Hold on. It's a commemorative glass.
By the way, Creep's going to be coming in here soon to set you straight.
Set me straight on what?
I don't know.
This thing.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
This is
all right. So we're gonna get back.
This was a.
Well, you went off on a tangent.
Well, hold on.
I was
I'm trying to read this.
get.
This was a commemorative glass for some ball I attended. I probably paid $200 for that glass. That was some charity ball. I can't read it, but it looks like it's got a. Oh, hold on. Maybe if I just set it up there. Hey, look at that! I can almost read that.
Well, what I was gonna say is, what kind of crazy shit are we gonna get after November 5th?
From who?
The Democrat Party.
Well, they don't control the Congress.
When Trump wins.
Well, they don't control the Congress. All they can do is start trying to tell everybody he's gonna. Well, here's the thing. You know, in all the Democratic states, they activated the National Guard for Election Day. I think that's a violation of the Constitution. Oh yeah, dude, no shit. I meant to change shirts before I started. Hold on. I will fix that problem. You're gonna love this. Oh, I'm falling over. Now here's the real question. Could you see that I wasn't wearing pants? How's that, creep? Is that a good upgrade? We're going to talk about the election. I'm gonna dress for the occasion. Uh, this is one of the reasons I wanted the lapel mic because I was going to wear my VFW hat too. Yeah, and you know the iconic image of it.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, do that for this stream.
Oh, now y'all are hiding in my nice little personal channel I made here. Okay.
Well, I didn't know that was a personal channel.
Just busting your balls.
Bro, you said, "Oh dear." Was I? Could you tell that I wasn't wearing pants?
Not gonna go there.
I'm wearing shorts. High definition, big bulge. Can't get around that. The But tell me,
Well,
this is not a huge upgrade of a shirt, man.
It's
I got one in blue too, with the flag, the big blue one. I like the blue one, but the red one on camera, the red one on film has always been because I keep this thing in. The material this is made out of is like stupid soft. This is a high quality shirt. These things are like $120. Yeah, and you gotta be a Legacy member to buy one, which I was. I still am. You know how they dealt with me at the VFW? They took my name and they put it in some limbo in the computer, and basically all I can't do is buy stuff from the
I
store.
mean, can anyone successfully deal with you?
No, I'm
Okay then.
I'm a winner where I go. The
Well, I tried to deal with him, and then I called you in, and now the two of us are going to gang up on him.
Yeah, I got an emergency phone call from Rochambeau.
Well, I don't think
What did I tell you
I
about
don't think
thinking?
the people are going to allow what the left is saying is going to happen. This is the time where the militias that were standing up in 2020 are going to have.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just talking in general. When the militias were trying to stand up in 2020, the American population hadn't seen just how far the left will go. They hadn't seen it. This right now, the person running against Trump hasn't had a single person vote for her to be running. We have a two-party system. It's built in. She's supposed to run a primary. The last time she ran a primary, she was the last person out of the 19 Democrats. Where's the other 18? The Democratic Party, the only reason they appointed Kamala was she was on the ticket with Biden when Biden was collecting the money And this became about money, not Kamala. And then they've run another $1 billion, and people don't understand how the money spending goes. So they've collected and spent $1 billion, okay, and so somebody got appointed as the person buying advertising. And remember, Obama's crew is the one that's sitting in there helping Kamala. They spent $1 billion. They've done things terribly, and I'm almost assuming on purpose. Because if you start blowing it out on the orange man bad, you can't buy as many ads. You get 15 cents on every dollar right in your own pocket. Wow, I just watched my stream drop down to like 1500K. It's lagging. The 2K. Everybody get them. What the hell's going on there? The got. Hold on here. Let me give the.
Well, all I gotta say is, if you think Joe Biden got 80 million votes, I got some swampland in Florida. So
Oh, that's one of the things they're pointing out in the numbers. Places where he had all them fake votes, the Republican early voting beat Biden's last winning number. Those 3 counties that votes came out of nowhere, and Trump shored up that the post office ain't going to be delivering ballots at 2 in the morning when the plumbing.
They showed a bunch of random people stuffing ballots in Georgia on video, but the election wasn't stolen.
Yeah, well, Georgia's cheating in a couple different ways. They just had, and Georgia's got to deal with its judge problems. They just had judges say, yeah, stuffing ballots, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and do that. And we're going to give you an extra 19 days to get it done. It's Georgia didn't learn from the last election. Georgia, which places like Atlanta is 4 women to every male. So Georgia's a problem for Trump, just because the hate media is all over him, and the women are on freaking social media 24/7. That's who watches the social media. When you got to worry about social media stuff, I cannot believe, dude. I had 6 shots of whiskey in that fucking glass, and this is gonna be fun.
Well, time for another 6. Oh, that's just a belly warmer.
Belly warmer. It damn sure is hitting you.
For someone who was in the Navy, you're starting to look more and more like a soldier the way you drink, and it's looking pretty bad on you.
Marines under the table. Yeah. I tell you right now, there was a couple things about Marines. Back in the day, they taught Marines Taekwondo. And they taught them just enough Taekwondo to get their ass kicked in a good bar fight. It wasn't as soldierly as you hope it would be. Better than everybody else in the world, but not up to the standard of just pissing off a guy who picks up an 80-pound wrench for 14 hours a day. I don't care what you round kicked him with. He's gonna grab your ass and beat you to death. I had one boiler tech. I had a BT1 who was the only guy who could I don't know, I want to say outpunch me, but he damn sure I would assume he outpunched. He was much bigger than I was. Big black guy, but we were feared when crow frocking came around, because it break all the vessels in your arms. Matter of fact, we got told by the captain we're not allowed to frock anybody's crows no more after we had a couple of guys have big blood puddles in their forearms from us punching them in the arm.
My question is, what's in that cup, sir?
This cup is MCT oil. Well, it's MCT oil and Black Rifle coffee. This is how I've been getting my words back, man. I got to.
Here, I thought it was the whiskey that was
maybe.
doing.
want to. There's a cactus down in South America that's an acid trip therapy, but you can't get it here. And I'm actually wanting to go do that. It's supposed to help rewrite your thoughts around the damaged areas of your brain. The Because it ties different parts of the brain together, so it gives new paths for the information to get through. Uh, and it's been kind of effective for people with TBIs and other stuff. You take enough punches to the head, things like that, shit happens. The But you're not supposed to live to be 70 years old. That's the way that you know people who actually do a lot of warrior fighting. You're not supposed to live forever. Yeah, that's a die young. That's a die young industry. But the op tempo for anybody going into combat now is way too high. Uh, Let me get to.
Damn, Donnie, that beard's looking really gray these days.
Well, it depends on which way I shape my head, right? Which light's hitting it. Huh. Well, look at that. We'll just.
Well, yeah.
It's gray through here.
This guy's sipping on Monster, crude oil, and whiskey. I just can't keep up with this guy. I think he's got like 6 glasses and cans in front of him, and he's just fucking playing duck, duck, goose with which ones he's gonna grab every 2 minutes.
This is where it started.
I'll tell you what. When he takes a sip of that cup, I just get a gray fucking silver. I don't know what that is.
Oh.
I mean, I've been here 5 minutes, and I've watched him sip from at least 3 different contraptions.
That's some gray silver, like metallic looking thing going on
Gray
there.
silver metallic looking thing. What do I got? Oh, my beard?
Yeah.
Dude, my beard looks awesome.
It's like a multi-fuel deuce and a half I'm watching.
Come on, that is a beard of wisdom that's sitting there. That's
He's like Zeus sitting on the mountaintop.
That is, I got special shampoo for this to get this thing. It's my taint tickler is like so soft, and then I get women who walk up and just touch my beard that I've never met before. They just look at it and then they touch it. I'm like, I think the world still is wishing men would come back. The
You're like, hello, I'm Zeus.
It's happened 4 times. People just walk up and randomly touch my beard. Like, is that thing as soft as it looks?
Hello, I'm Zeus. You want me to hit with a lightning bolt?
I had one waitress that did it. She sat there talking to me, and her hand just reached out and stroked my beard, like I knew her. I was like, what the hell? The
You want to feel these nuts? Okay.
No. Space, have you figured out what we're going to be doing for 7 days? I'm hoping I'm awake. I sleep a lot here lately, but I think I got that figured out. I'm taking an antibiotic on top of all this other stuff I'm doing.
Are you talking about my wedding or the game?
I'm talking about, whoa, what the hell?
7 Days to Die or the wedding?
Hold on here. What the?
I'm still trying to figure out if Roche is coming.
I'm working on
So
it.
is he. So is he.
I got like 2 days to come up with a list of groomsmen, and I thought he was one of them.
Man, I meant to. I was in Lubbock the other day, and the day just got away from me because I was going to call you. because I was gonna go walk around a boot shop. Because if you're wearing boots, I'm gonna get me a new pair of boots.
I mean, the plan was.
What?
The plan was.
The plan was.
Yeah, that I
Well, I
wear boots.
understand.
Plan is, I'm not fucking wearing boots.
Oh, I went to 27 countries wearing cowboy boots, man. It's yeah.
Fuck your
You
cowboy
never know
boots.
what the fuck you're gonna be stepping in.
Roche is a Yankee. He doesn't know what cowboy boots are.
Prepared.
I'm not a Yankee.
Prepare.
Just don't like boots.
It's like watching a full grown man leave the house in flip flop sandals. That man is not going to do any work that day. He is not prepared to lift anything, move anything, help anyone. The
Bless you. I heard that.
You did not.
I heard that.
Mike.
He just shit himself.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, I'm upset about this lapel mic thing breaking.
He shit himself and is always going to come downstairs and go, Jesus Christ.
You already made a comment from the other room.
I was going to say, if we heard it, what was happening there? Yeah.
Oh, the poor Zoe. She just has to live through that fucking sewage.
Oh, let's see what's going on
You
here.
were all mad at me last night.
Does that monitor that? I don't think that it does. I don't think.
GunMuse, if you had to live through Creep's shit smell, what would you think?
I had a guy who had been I had a guy who had been eating cheese pizzas for like 4 days, hadn't taken a shit. He was so constipated. And he ripped one. You know, in the Navy, them spaces are confined. And we were up in it's one of these boxes on the very top of the ship. So, I mean, there's like no extra ventilation to those things. He shit in there, and one guy puked immediately when he smelled it. And I punched that guy so fucking hard between the eyes.
Oh.
So you want to know what I will do? I was like, if you know that's coming out of your body, and it's so bad that people are puking, you need to remove yourself from the room.
Well, that's what Creep can do.
Remove yourself from the room.
Oh, I'll be on the move. I don't mind doing a little crop dusting, sir.
I got a good story for you guys. I was at Best Buy probably about 15 years ago, and I was standing in front of something I was looking at, and I did a little crop dusting, and I walked away, and I went over to my coworker, and I go, "Watch this guy." And he goes, "What do you mean, watch this guy?" I said, "Just look over there." The dude walked right into the crop dust, and the look on his face, he was fucking pissed. like he had never smelled something so bad in his life. And I looked at my coworker, I go, look, he's fucking dying. And he goes, "Did you fucking fart over there?" I go, "Yeah, I farted right over there."
So I had a half gallon of chocolate milk last night, and it's still working its way out my system.
Man, if you've got to get, I don't know if you can get it in England, man. That Fairlife milk, they screen all the lactose out of that milk.
I'm not familiar.
And that stops your gut from getting that rotten crap from milk. It's that sugar. That sugar feeds all that crap in your gut.
I never had an issue until I came here. I really don't mind it. You know, I don't like people to begin with. This helps keep them away.
Well, hold on. Let me turn on this. Where's my on screen? We'll turn this on. I happened to be looking at the Twitter because I was wanting to see how my live on Twitter was going. Nobody's watching it.
Space Baby don't do the
Well,
Twitter.
here's the thing, man. I've got freaking crap going on here, and that's unusual for me.
Speaking of which,
I've got people who are coming back 2-3 weeks later and commenting on the videos.
I heard that. Did you hear that?
I did. So I'm going to look into this. This place just followed me. Veterans Justice Project. I don't know who they are, but he's talking about the $1 million to sleep in the hallways and at desks while veterans are being assaulted, overdosing, and even dying. All right. One, I get a little tired of the veterans. Let me take that back off my screen here. I get a little tired of the veterans always being the reason for doing drugs. A veteran ain't any better than any other human being. Now, I will tell you, being a person who is in crap loads of pain and 19 years to get my MRI on my back. They put me in a disability status and then took 13 years from the time they did that to do the next thing that would help. I went 6 years without a medical review. There's your single payer health care that Kamala wants everybody to have. I promise you, you don't want what I got. Go ask any doctor, nurse you met. Do you like the VA's insurance? You're about to get it in Medicare if you vote Kamala. This stuff's got to go away. You can't keep talking about the poor vets sleeping under bridges shit. Meanwhile, you're trying to build a healthcare system that's going to have everybody sleeping under the bridges. The way the system works is I lost my Social Security because they put a disability stamp on me. I couldn't go back to work until I got clearance to go back to work. And then they turned around and said I didn't make any money over the years because the money that I was making through the YouTube and other stuff, I was funneling through the charity. I didn't make any money. But it doesn't mean I wasn't doing stuff. But the way that works out is I have now been uncitizened. I'm not eligible for Social Security. 5 years in combat, I don't get Social Security. That's Biden. So that's something we got to fix. No way should I be in the federal system on one department and get kicked out of the federal system by another department. And the VA's math is set up in the assumption you're going to get Social Security. I had to go see a judge for a health hearing, and that judge was like, well, you're going to get an SSI, right? I'm like, no. They won't even let me fill out an application. They type my name into the computer and say you're not eligible. Because I hadn't worked in 13 years.
Fuck you in the drive-thru.
Fucking me in the drive-thru. And I'm not prepared to do it at this minute. But I really should go down there and get arrested. And I need to have that on film, me getting arrested. That's going to have to be the next step. I'm going to have to go down there and throw a little shitstorm and get arrested and get it on film. Hey, veteran gets arrested trying to get his Social Security. And then people might actually read the story of how they use these timers and these delays and they used COVID but didn't stop the clock. Right? 3 years in New Mexico's work is terrible. So when COVID came through, most people were, I know Creep fell into this hole with me. Most people were getting a payment for sitting at home. Almost $5,000. My nephew is making $5,000 a month. He was waiting tables. COVID was the best job he ever had. And meanwhile, I call in to get the same payment that every other citizen's getting, and I can't get through the automated system. I can't go down to a building to get it corrected. To this day, I don't exist in the state of New Mexico. You're talking about a couple $100,000 of money that most people got that I didn't get. I am at if it wasn't for Holly having a good job, I'd be sleeping in the truck right now. I wouldn't be streaming. That's I wouldn't even have a phone good enough to stream on. That's where I mean I'm lucky when I get to talk to people here about that. So in that luck, that's why I'm changing up some of what I'm doing. I'm bringing the shirt back because I need to be in this thing because I'm about to start going through these things, this political stuff, because they're just serious. And
China all the time.
I'm in what all the time? Political mode?
China all the
China all
time.
the time. What the hell? Who's doing that one? Was that you? The
Sounded like Trump.
China. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. Edit.
China.
That doesn't sound like Trump at all.
China.
I don't know where that came from. That doesn't sound right. News and politics. Save. Let's edit this. Thumbnail. And we're gonna go. We'll just put this one. Hey, this works for me. You know what I want to do? I want to screen capture. And then we're going to go to the muted muse. Done. Dude, I don't understand. Is everybody late for work this morning or sleeping in or some shit?
Probably China.
That sounds like Trump. Yeah.
China.
It's all fake news.
Hey, we had 4 years of me going round and round with China over this gaming stuff, and they
You are fake news.
they manipulated those games so badly. You know, this morning on the Age of Apes things, they were in there just bitching this morning. It's like, oh, we didn't get our troops back, we didn't get this. I'm like, man, Trump's coming. And China is aware. Get every freaking dollar you can get right now because Trump's going to take it back.
Oh, you know what it is.
They tried to hack.
I got this AI thing going to be built, and all the math stuff that I did to decipher the game from the outside, I'm going to throw into this AI machine and use that math to break these games down and build tools to just absolutely fuck up their events. I'm gonna make it so that everybody gets a perfect score every fucking time.
I heard that.
Your scores on the Wolf are about to go up. I switched it to politics here. Now I'm sitting there talking about games. No.
Did you hear that, Donnie? He just shit himself in his chair.
Transfer
Is
of
this
power.
the start?
He might want to check his
Is this the
pants.
start of a 48-hour election stream? Bot J, I don't have it in me to do that. I'm lucky to be awake for 4 to 5 hours at a time. And today, I finally get the last few parts for finishing the in-house studio. The studio out there where I got more room, you can stand. We'll be able to stand up and walk around in front of green screens in the other studio because it's huge. That one's done except for Zach keeps coming in and doing his streams and his games. You know, talking about 5 people watched me play a game. I'm like, what'd you accomplish? I don't understand what you accomplished with 5 people watching you play that game. If I don't get it on the live, for some reason, well, I do know. Again, it's election cycle stuff. This is one of the reasons I'm looking forward to the election cycle being over, is because this delay of display that's been going on. Hold on, let's go back to live here. Delay of display that they're not reporting to people that I'm going live. There's no other method to it other than you're trying to suppress whatever it is I'm going to say and do to people. I'm still a threat. 24 years later, I'm still a threat. The anniversary of GunMuse is coming up. December 23rd is the birth of GunMuse.com. In the year 2001. So the GunMuse brand will be 23 years old this year. I've stuck this shit out for a long time. They're coming up with new methods to suppress all freaking time. That's why the new equipment. I tell you, Elon Musk has changed my world. You know what? Hold on. Before I mention it, I'm gonna go to it. Let's go here. Let's go person.
This is so important to me.
It's important to all of us. Sign in. Hold on. I'm gonna sign into my little Elon Musk. Not that one. Go to that one. I bought a second one of these. That's how. Oh, holy crap. Hopefully that comes up on my screen. I figured out what that dinging was, creep. My phone's in the other room and it's linked to my computer, so it was putting the ding in my ear when somebody sent me a message. It just wasn't displaying it on my computer. Notification. Sunday chat. Clear all. Let me find. Okay. I'm trying not to leave the room again. My phone. I've got this. Where's my phone? Oh my freaking God. Get out of this. Get out of this. Alright, I'm leaving the freaking room. Be right back.
Very long and very hard.
Oh, girlfriend, what you up to? Did you get your run this morning? I did. No, 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 no.
Probably China.
Are you getting in that chair?
Oh, anyhow.
Do it. You want to go ahead? Oh, no. All right. Oh, we're getting in my lap. That's it. Let's hug the velociraptor. Let's just hug this velociraptor. She needs a hug. Everybody's going to think you're trying to kill me. You're just a vicious bitch. That's all there is. All right, get back out before you bump something. Come on, out. Okay. Oh, now I get hair all over this shirt. That's what I'm going to do. Now you see why there's hair all over the other shirt.
Obamacare is a complete and total disaster.
This gets into the sound of conspiracy when you're talking about healthcare, because this is the 1920s. It was the plan. Kill the useless eaters. That's literally what they called it in the bill. Useless eaters. People who are alive, consuming food, and have no productivity. The Democratic Party sees themselves as owning a plantation. We're slaves. Slavery is alive and well all around the world. China is the number one. They're buying people on the open market in the Sudan. They literally walk people up like you would think in an old freaking what was it? Roots. The Color Purple. Just walking people.
Kuda Kinte.
They're walking people across the block and buying them. And that's not on the news. The View ain't telling everybody, say, hey, Kamala's over there making sure those people get new clean roads from China.
It's all fake news.
Just back off on that interruption. All right. And where is I got to get a verification code. But I didn't. Oh, send via SMS. There we go. Now watch that sucker pop up on the screen when I had to go do all this work. All right. If someone can tell me why Microsoft keeps turning my numpad off on my computer, I would love to know the thinking in that. Because I have to go through, and every time I reboot the computer, my numpad is not just off, but the numlock button is turned off. I can't just push a button and turn my number pad on. And I use my number pad. Yeah. All right. So there's that. And users refer your referral stats. Invite via SMS. Share your link somewhere. All right. So copy. This is the whole thing I want to go do. All right. Let's go this. All right. And
Uh, do you want to know why your numpad is turned off
yeah, I
every time?
do.
Because Microsoft is run by Indians now.
Is it an India problem?
Yep.
Pissing me off.
Just go do a Google search. Who's in charge of programming in Microsoft?
I can tell you my Netflix. My
They're
Netflix
all
has got more.
from India.
Yeah.
Hello.
The Bollywood on my Netflix is pissing me off. The like a third of the new programs are all from Bollywood. And here's the thing: I don't have a problem watching.
And
I watched a show made in Korea the other day. You know, I don't have a problem watching some of these foreign films, but that Bollywood stuff, that's like watching a Mexican soap opera. It's terrible. It's terrible acting. It's the same damn script. They just change the people. It's absolutely terrible.
goodbye, America. All I got to say is I started at my company in IT 25 years ago. It was all Americans. And now 80% India.
Yeah. And India's not cheaper than America right now. There's the dirty secret. It's costing as much to have that outsourced to India that we just outsourced it for so long. The job skill gap of finding an American is gone because there was no reason to get that job skill because that job wasn't here. So now Americans aren't getting that job skill anymore. And I can tell you,
No, it's bullshit because I live in a state where almost every university teaches exactly the same skill that everyone at my job can do. They just don't want to pay Americans.
Yeah, well, and the H1, is it the H1 visas that they keep trying to the H1 visas they keep trying to expand?
Yep.
And that's mostly to bring to bring the Indians here to do so you can say the jobs are in America.
Yep.
That's all you're doing is saying the jobs in America because the company's owned by India. The money's going to India.
And I will tell you one thing for sure: they are racist. They want all of them to be Indians. They want to get rid of all the American workers.
I have lots of Jewish friends, but
when they put them in charge, they will fire and remove every American worker, race or creed, to get rid of them to put in their own.
I had an Israeli company do that to me when I got hired to build MRI machines for Elsint. The guys there were two other Americans working there, but they had some time in, and the guys told me on day one says don't expect to be here very long. I can't remember his name now, but the guy that was in charge of the hiring and firing, he's waiting for his brother's house to sell in Florida. And no kidding, when that guy's house sold, I suddenly had showed up drunk to work the day before, which never did happen. The That guy kept throwing a fit. He kept throwing a fit because I'd give my cell phone number. You know, I go in and I would train the doctors and the nurses how to look at the MRI machines and stuff. And then, so it'd be like an 8 hours with one shift. And of course, they change shifts. And so somebody who had learned something literally hours before is trying to train the night shift on what they learned. And a few people, and I gave them my number, and a few people were honest about it. I was like, I don't know that I fully understood what it was he explained me. He's extremely loud, louder than me. Okay. Hold on, I can turn TeamSpeak down. Is it both of them or just one? Oh, I got TeamSpeak turned way the hell up. All right, we'll try that. You guys don't change what you're doing. I'll adjust it on my end. So, I mean, the I experienced that firsthand, and honestly, I didn't give a shit back then because I didn't want the job that I got. Uh, the I I hated building MRI machines and CAT scanners and all that other crap. Uh, you just heard the one. Well, that was Rochambeau you were hearing before. Because if it's just the one, I can turn down an individual. But I want to do a shout out for Veterans Justice Project on X. Thank you for following me on X. Uh, that while we live stream on X, that is not uh, built into the software just yet to let people know. Uh, I'm hoping to get that done so that places like that, when you follow, you get some advertising stuff. So I'll just do the radio style shout out like Rush Limbaugh. Thank you for the Veterans Justice Project. But I was picking on their press release because I'll tell you what, they're writing it like everybody else writes their press releases about veterans. I found one. Give me some money. It ain't no different than the dog videos, right? Oh, these poor dogs in cages at 2 in the morning. Freaking, lonely women are freaking sending $50 a month to get a T-shirt to tell everybody that they love animals, and they don't know that company only keeps them for 2 weeks before they kill them, throw them in a dumpster. The Get a job, right? I wish I could. I tell you, everybody's just like, oh my God, I wish I could just sit around all day. Like, imagine COVID 24/7. I've gone through this for 9 years. Yeah, I'm stir crazy as shit. My real big problem is I can't climb a ladder. And I'm hoping on the 27th, I'm getting an epidural in my spine. I'm hoping that's going to let me get up a ladder and back down, which I cannot do because I cannot seem to send the people I hire to the roof that if I'm not personally inspecting what's going on up there, they're screwing crap up. I don't know. I'm about to get some remote cameras and put them on a damn helmet so I can just watch what they're doing while they're doing it, because that's where we're at. Especially with me being, I'm just going to become a freaking on the ground supervisor for everything, and this is for my own projects. I got solar panels that need to go up. I got windmills that need to go up. The new AI machine I got a new power supply in here that's DC to DC. So I'm running a 1500 watt power supply, DC to DC. So all the new computers are going to be completely solar powered off the grid. And I just linked up the Starlink. That's the thing that they're talking about for North Carolina, where they're saving people. Where Elon Musk shipped a bunch of them in there, and Kamala went in there and stole them because they don't want people in remote areas streaming live the crap the government isn't doing. Wait a minute. Is your shit blue? What the hell? Oh, no. Okay. Uh, I bought 2 drones. I tried to buy a cheap drone. I buy one of these cheap Chinese drones, but they've always been crap. And I don't use a drone enough to. I don't even care to use a drone enough. If I could still snow ski, I'd probably get one of them drones that follows you. I'd blow the money, but I can't do that no more, so not doing it. Hold on. Get my cough drop out of my mouth here. My throat's killing me. There we go. We'll just swallow the thing. Get the sharp shards to rake down the inside of my throat. No, they're hard to use. But if you get like the cheap ones that are like 50 to $100, and they go tie into your cell phone. The limitations winds up being as much as your phone as the drone. Oh, that's not going to happen without a major scene on the news, Willow. You don't understand. I'm not sorting my health for me. I'm sorting my health for you. Okay? This is what they're doing to you. You just hadn't gone through it yet. This is what they're doing. My mother just had to drive to Dallas to get surgery on her heart. She waited 4 months to get that surgery, spent $1,000 on the drive, 2 days in the car, right? 1 day there, 1 day back. It's an 8-hour drive from here. And got there, and the lady said, well, I'm not going to do it. You could have called. So they didn't have to spend money on hotels and everything. They waited till she got in the room. There's nothing you can do about that. Oh, it's my medical idea that I'm not going to do the surgery. And basically, I can tell you right now, they keep delaying the surgery out, because it's the only thing that's going to keep her alive. And she's outliving them despite the bullshit. And I swear it's pissing them off that she's still alive. My mother has been down 5 pints of blood 3 times in the last 6 months. And she has to go in regularly to get 2 pints every other week. That's how fast she's just losing blood. She has a heart valve that is constricted, and it's making the blood cells get stripped of their ability to be shaped around. It's stripping them out, and when it does that, the blood's becomes much smaller, and so she's leaking blood into her intestine. No, Mary Jane, that's not diabolical. That was the plan. I will quote Obama. It's taken us 100 years to get this. I'm telling you, it's kill the useless eaters. Everybody talks about abortion. They talk about the Supreme Court case that went away. You should be ungeared by what you've undone, what has been undone. I just want to be ungeared. What does ungeared mean, man? I don't get it.
Unburdened.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why it says ungeared. I just want to be unburdened by what has been undone.
Yeah.
I just want to talk in a word salad.
They forced us by law to pay 500% more for health care. They're not providing. They had no intention to. In the 1980s, if you got sick, you walked in the doctor's office, you sat down, and you waited till your turn in line to see the doctor. You didn't make appointments. If he tells you to come back in 2 weeks, you came back in 2 weeks, you sat down, and you waited in line. We did the same thing at the VA up until 2003 or 4. Then the left, 2006, Congress passed rules on how the VA operates, by law, and all of a sudden we had to be on a schedule. And that schedule had to have so many minutes. It's as if they knew we were going to dump a few million people into the VA system. I don't know, maybe a bunch of illegals going into my VA now. They set up all the software and scheduling system to dump millions and millions of people in and just let them go, hey, you're now in a country. So Willow's sitting there talking about South Africa, how bad the healthcare is. They are pretending you get healthcare here. You get to see a doctor, and you can see him for 15 minutes a year. That's my limit as a veteran. 15 minutes a year. If you don't know what the time limits are, it's 15 minutes a year. It was 15 minutes every 6 months until about 4 months ago. Oh, man, this, I don't know if I talked about this last time, but Kamala killed a program that Trump set up that would allow me to go get certified in AI tech and would pay me as a veteran to go get that certification and learn that skill firsthand out of school. They killed it. The too many Republicans and conservatives were learning how to work computers for the web, and they were putting their stuff in practice against the left. So they killed, because 90% of the people in the military, they killed it. They had 30,000 people in the program. That's 30,000 people that are going to want a website for, and I don't know, Ro, you as an IT guy, how many people do you think under a pyramid of your control go through your servers? Hundreds, thousands? I know when I ran the news company, I had 26 million people a year go through there. There's one guy on a server. They can't allow that. They can't allow that kind of speech. He knows how powerful her pen is on documents and interviews. Yeah. Damn, poor word salad hairs. I will tell you, I don't want to get. I'm a meat eater, so I'm not getting anywhere near that salad. The the I'm telling you, Obama come in there to create the distrust of a voting system when they appointed the worst person they could appoint. And basically, I think they're using the federally funded election system to see what the base of hate is. Let me explain that. No one in their right minds is voting for Kamala Harris. You're just not doing it, right? Joe Biden's out there calling people garbage. Anybody that votes for Trump, they're just garbage. Double down on it. And then they said, well, we don't think we're going to see any more from Joe Biden for the rest of this election cycle. I'm like, who's these people that can tell the president to go fuck off? You can't get in front of a camera. I saw that rambling from Biden. I'm sitting there going, oh my God, thank God that guy's not president. I don't know who the fuck is, but it's not him. It ain't, and it damn sure ain't Kamala. There is a system in place running this country, and that system shouldn't be there. The 25th Amendment to remove Biden, right now Kamala should be impeached for failure to implement the 25th Amendment. It is very obvious that man is not right. They're already setting up that they're going to try and implement the 25th Amendment under Trump. They're talking about how senile and bat crap crazy. Trump just speaks weird. I do the Trump speech sometimes, and that's just because if you got 15 thoughts going through your head at the same time, sometimes you gotta, and you're getting older, you gotta sort through that crap before you see what comes out of your mouth. And then the jokes that are in your head kind of mix in with the bullshit you're saying. Big Mike. Big Mike. Are you talking about Magic Mike? What's Big Mike? I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with that reference. The yeah, this is I think they're using the election as a statistic tester. They cannot poll the electric right now. So I've been watching the pollster guys, the guys who got it right last time, cannot tell you how many people are going to vote. And Trump made it stupidly hard for you to just walk up and dump a file cabinet full of ballots into a box. They're still trying to do it, but it's at least on film. And this time, when there's a lawsuit, and they say, well, 40 judges looked at it, but not one took the case. If any judge that looked at the last one had taken the case, he'd have been forced to look at the evidence. So no evidence was ever presented to a judge to look over last time. That's what they're not saying when they say 40 judges looked at it. They looked at it, saw the evidence, but then used the technical procedure to say, I'm not accepting this case. Because then everybody would have seen the evidence. Instead, they went with the marketing and bullshit. 40 judges looked at it. That's all you hear. Not one judge took the case. Wait, that's not true. There's one judge. Big Mike is Michelle Obama. Oh, okay. Oh. You know, I don't have them on this computer, but I had the windmill. You remember the windmill video? Yeah. Michelle was on, what's her name? Ellen. Dancing.
A big old snake came out.
You could see the big snake spinning as he rotated his hips. It's spinning on the front of his pants. And I'm like, wear a jock strap if you're going to try and hide your penis.
Yeah. But it's not a big secret that he's gay.
What's her name died right after
Barack
saying that.
is gay.
She leaned into the camera. They were harassing her. She's like, everybody knows Michelle's a man. Get over it. And walked off. She was in support of it. And all of a sudden, she died in her sleep the next day.
Yeah, she died from surgery. But, yeah. She said, everybody knows he's gay.
She shouldn't have died, is what it sounded like. Why am I going to put another cough drop in my mouth?
Yeah, Michelle Obama is, well.
But it goes back to the point. If you're lying, Willow, how's that Rochambeau's voice? Is it loud, soft? Or Mary Jane, was it? Was that one of you guys?
Well, all I know is that Barack Obama's famous chef died in the water after he saw Big Mike in the shower. Oh, imagine that. The guy just dies in 2 feet of water.
I will tell you that she supported Hillary. Big Mike.
It's funny things go on, right?
Barack was supporting Hillary, and Hillary's got a track record of people who are putting out bad news suddenly have a permanent health issue. All saw.
Well, yeah, just look at this chef that just was with them for 8 years, just randomly dies in 2 feet of water.
Well, the guy, one day after he released the Democrat Party's emails back and forth, he got mugged in the park and killed. Never even knew his name.
I know about that guy.
He just died. It's like that wasn't even to shut the story up. That was, well, I guess he would never give another interview. No one could ever interview. Like, where'd you get him? Like, he probably would come out. Well, I stole them. Look at what I had to steal. Look at this crap they were doing. This was so bad. I worked for the Democratic Party, and this was so bad I could not stand to see what I'm seeing. And there's a lot of Democrats who are talking that way. I can't stand what we're doing. In New Mexico, it's even worse. A lot of the Republicans, Obama inserted a whole bunch of commie pieces of shit into the Republic Party to run the local county elections. The so when we talk about me dealing with stuff, I haven't been that mobile here recently. So me going out and dealing with this, I'm just now getting there. So I'm going to be getting better
Well,
here, and then I'm
yeah, I can't believe that they actually let that slide. That chef that was with the Obama family for 8 years, well, he just died.
yeah.
You know, in 2 foot of water.
What are you going to do?
No, he was about to release something, and he saw Big Mike in the shower and went, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, it's like, wait, what are you going to do? I don't know. The well, I don't know. No, I'm not doing a 48-hour election
I'm
marathon. That's
telling you, it
ridiculous.
is one of the best kept secrets
I
ever.
don't even. I don't even. Not owning the news company anymore. I don't peruse the news like I used to. Where I wind up getting most of my news is not from the news. I get it from. I'm in a lot of think tank setups, uh, strategy think tanks. Guys who've got nothing better to do because there's been no think tanking going on in the Biden administration. They don't care about strategy or anything else. They're about feeding money into Iran because that money comes back. The we couldn't get money into the Ukraine fast enough because the Bidens already had a network set up so that dollars that go to the Ukraine get back into the Biden family pockets. Now with the investigations at Congress where they found the $20 million that came back, 20 million that came back, it has to be more than 20 million. That's what they found. They can only find what shows up in the U.S. So that's the money they wanted back here to live it up in the U.S. They wanted to live the rich style in the United States. You need money for that. What they've got overseas is probably an insane number. And you'll see it just like Barack. Barack kind of left the country. You know what? He was on what's his name's boat for a year. Uh, the guy that owns the airline, can't remember his name. No records, Michelle Obama. Oh no, another birther. The I'll tell you what they shut down when I owned the news company and Barack was coming out and they were going after that birth certificate thing because it was a bullshit birth certificate. Which I could have said, okay, so they reprinted it, that kind of stuff. I got to seen that, but it wasn't even the method that Hawaii reprints it. Hawaii's got a very nice looking birth certificate. What they had was this general certificate looking thing, and then I said, well, that's awful suspicious. And then what they shut down was I had a guy investigating the plane logs for Hawaii, and I can say that I think Barack showed up in Hawaii as a 5-year-old child. The
Well, there's no records of Michelle Obama giving birth because the man.
well, let's go. Let's go to one of her events. Swipe a hair. We'll run a DNA test. We'll find out XY.
I guarantee you, Michael has no ovaries.
Do you think they have somebody making sure hair isn't getting left at any events or something where she doesn't have a hair fall out or any of that crap? The just to stop people from running a DNA test. Radio hole just gets deeper.
Yep.
All I gotta say is I never had to use pronouns until Michael Obama was in office.
It's kind of weird how that shows up, right?
Oh,
And then there's tampons in men's bathrooms. I don't know.
there's one picture of her doing exercises with a bunch of kids, and I call it the moon landing picture because the shadow of her with her arm raised goes down in front of her crotch. Meanwhile, I was like, well, you if the light's on her face, which is where it was for the rest of the picture, and every other person, there was no shadow on anybody else that had their hand raised. Only she had the shadow going down. So I think she had a little pop up during that exercise session. The and you know, she I don't know. Is she young? Well, she's too old to get a basketball career. Women's basketball. I don't know, but as a man, she might be pretty kick-ass. Does the WNBA have any people who transitioned? There has got to be some half-ass freaking guy that's playing up in Canada that just wants to that'll come back and put on and call himself a woman just to get a couple $100,000 a year.
Well, Dave Chappelle said it best. He said LeBron James, if he decided that he was going to be transgender, he'd go in the WNBA and score 4,000 fucking points a night.
What's her name? I never followed women's basketball. I could give a damn about it. But what's her name? Little white girl that everybody's picking on. The Caitlin Clark. I've been watching some stuff on it. That girl is amazing. I have some issues with the way they report stuff. It's like, wow, she scored more points than any man.
No, they kicked her out. She's going into Europe because she's straight and not a lesbian.
They kicked her out.
And she's Catholic.
Who kicked?
Yep. She left
the WNBA.
She signed in Europe. She left. She's done.
Well, she's got a huge fan base in Europe. I can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, she left. She's done. She won Rookie of the Year, and she's out. She's going to Europe.
She had to
because they beat the shit out of her because she's straight Catholic and
not just verbally either. I mean, they were beating her up on the court. She took a lot of elbows and hard hit shots.
Yep.
Just for her own health.
She got stabbed in her eye.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she got stabbed in her eye.
Well, what are you gonna do, man? It's I don't know. You've got
clown world.
Well, what they're doing is not got anything to do with this. If only they invested in women pro softball, that would be more entertaining to watch on television than WNBA. ESPN does show women's softball. Women's softball is pretty rough. Yeah, it's almost like a hockey game.
There's some pretty hot women playing softball.
No, they play for the other team there, Ro. They play for the other team, Ro.
No. One of the hottest women you'll ever see was a great pitcher from Arizona.
Yeah.
Back in the day, softball.
Yeah. What's her name?
Yeah, she was in Sports Illustrated. She was pretty hot.
Michelle Obama's a pitcher.
No.
You miss it. You missed what he said.
No. You guys. You guys don't get it.
He's the catcher. I get it.
Just sit there farting in your chair.
Dub it in whenever you want to. Are you duplicating this stream, Creep? Or your channel would get banned for it?
Look up Jenny Finch.
Jenny Finch. Okay, so we got to show this to everybody, I guess. Okay,
Jenny Finch was an extremely hot chick that pitched softball.
You've got
and
hell yeah, she's smoking.
She's
got all her teeth too.
Yeah, she was a extremely hot, and she used to pitch. She used to go to Major League Baseball games and strike dudes out.
Oh. Let me push this up. Let's get me full image. There we go.
Yeah, she used to go to Major League Baseball games against Major League hitters, and she would throw a softball and strike them out.
Boy, that's correct. Okay, there we go. Like control plus plus plus. So why don't the Indians use the number pad, man? I mean, I can't even zoom. I can't hit control plus and zoom because of this crap. So I have to hit shift control. I got to hit 3 keys instead of 2. All right. So there's Jenny Finch. How old is she?
Yeah, she was, well, that was 20 years ago. But back in the day, she was smoking hot and she used to strike people out. And like I said, they took her to a Major League Baseball field and she struck Major League hitters out.
I think I remember that. I think I remember that stunt event. Yeah, she. Well, first of all, in the softball's closer from pitcher's mound to plate. So I know over the years they've turned around and pointed out that these pitchers in the softball, while the ball may be just a little bigger than a baseball, because the pro softballs are smaller than regular softballs. It ain't like a beer event.
Yeah, she is. She's way better than ZZ Top
ZZ
Girl.
Top Girl.
Yeah, she's smoking hot.
Hold on. Let me put in here and say Jenny Finch now. Let's do that.
And she could frickin' smoke the ball. She could frickin'
Let's go to her. Let's go to.
I'll give her something to
Well,
smoke.
here's her Instagram. She still looks like she's 20 with a little bit of mileage under her eyes. She still looks like a 20-year-old.
But I told you, she's hot, and she could throw.
Google Ruger girl from Arizona. You know what I'm talking about? The icon for Ruger. Hold on. Let's see if I can remember her name. Michelle Glenn Kimbrough. That is her. This woman is a top flight cougar hunter. And by cougar, I mean real cougars, mountain lions. Okay. If you want to go mountain lion in Arizona, you take her because she shoots so freaking fast and accurate, you'll come home alive. Because those damn mountain lions, while you're hunting them, they're hunting you. Kelly Glenn Limbo. Here we go. Let's go to the old ones because she is in her 60s now. My uncle went to high school with her. Fifth generation cattle ranch. Hold on. She's an all-around impressive person. She really is. You got to remember, girls who can draw and shoot, man. Those are the ones you want to go on. Hold on, I still got this Jenny Finch thing. But anyway, she modeled for Ruger for over 20 some odd years. She started in high school, and was Ruger's model for more than 30 years, I think. More than 30. She still does stuff for Ruger. Some loyalty from the Ruger people. All right. Let's not get down the Twitter hole here. Get that off. All right.
Oh, we're going down.
We're going down the Twitter hole. All right. Let me get over how, and I'm going to say, okay, here, and paste. That was the other one that I was talking about. Yeah, she's a spokesperson for Ruger. She also does, because they own a great big cattle ranch in Arizona, they get hundreds of mountain lion tags every year. That's how bad the mountain lion problem is in certain areas. It's never reported, never counted, but they do allow them ranchers to get so many tags based on the number of killed cattle a year, and they get hundreds, and then they resell them, and you can go on uh, mountain lion hunt. She'll do a guided hunt. Since they got to kill them anyway, they'll let you give them money to do it. The surplus tags are a great income for most ranchers. Most ranchers make more money from surplus tags than anything else. The left has been capturing mountain lions and then re-releasing them in places like Kansas. They're trying to literally create a mountain lion problem in places like Kansas. But these cats are so weirdly territorial. They'll travel hundreds of miles in a few days. You can't just drop them off and they say, "Oh, I'm home." They'll start heading back, and it doesn't take them long. And Iowa has a panther problem. It's bad enough to say there's panthers in North America, but they got a panther problem. And I remember when I was a kid, I saw a panther sitting on the top of a round bale, and I'd cleaned my rifle the day before, and I forgot to bring ammo back out with me in the truck. It's the only reason I didn't get a panther. Because my rifle went click. But just sitting there on top of a round bale, just sitting there looking at me from the road. Not that I was shooting from the truck, that would be illegal, but just saying, I didn't shoot. That's a. What's next? We're going to talk about what. Do you have a videos?
I just want to say, not once have I ever shot a mountain lion with Ruger 77 Hawkeye 700 Remington Magnum. Never did.
That's ballsy, isn't it? the girl's not shy. She's a tough lady. She can move around that mountain better than I can. I can't even get to the mountain to move around. Just driving back and forth to the eye doctor the other day was a challenge. It's a 300-mile round trip, and then I had to run around town. So I mean, I left at 3 in the morning and didn't get back till 9 o'clock at night. That's a doctor visit for me, and it's rough on me in that truck. I mean, the truck beats me up, but my acupressure lady, man, she did a number. The problem winds up being that I go see her. She's the only one who knows what she's doing. But then I got the rough truck ride home to kind of undo half the work she did. It'd be nice if I could just come home and relax for a day and have all my muscles and ligaments settle where they're at. I think the next time I go there, just before I go to England, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go see her, and I'm going to rent a nice hotel room, go back and spend 2 days in a hotel. Just healing up, because it's an abusive deal. I mean, when she goes through all those ligaments. But man, I'm gonna go get that done, and I'm gonna heal right, and then I'm hoping that the plane doesn't undo it. The plane ride to England's what scares the shit out of me, because it's gonna beat the shit out of me. Get this. What is going on? That's. Oh, okay. Oh. Now I understand what's been going on. So, yeah, this is AQ World Ajmant Ra. I think we've been talking too much about the Indians, boss. The Indians are coming. The Indians are coming. Oh, thank you for subscribing, though. I don't know why. When I'm monitoring this stream, it keeps falling out of live when I monitor the live portion of it on my other screen. Hold on, I'll show you. I'm monitoring right there. It keeps falling out of favor. Man, we used to have so many people that listened to us on the way to work. And then COVID come along. I think the problem is not too many people are going to work anymore. They're not getting up that early. Fall back on the time. Ain't no reason for anybody to get out of bed. The I don't. So, Ro, do you think that people are going to go violent, or do you think they're going to be called violent? I mean, we can go back to 2016 where the Black Panthers were standing in front of the election booth with baseball bats running off old white women in Pennsylvania. No, I'm sorry, that wasn't 2016. That was 2008. The Black Panthers wanted a black man in the office so bad they sat out in front of the post office, the polling station, with baseball bats and ran off old ladies who were coming in to vote. The 91 districts had 0 votes for Republicans. That happened. What's that movie? The State of Jones? You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, let's see if I can Google it. Google, figure out what I'm talking about. The Free State of Jones, a 2016 film. What's his name? He's a good actor too. Oh, well, because everybody. It's a film that no one talks about. And you get it free for Prime right now. You got Prime, you get it free. Hey, if you got Prime, you can subscribe to my Twitch feed for free. If you would do that, go over to Twitch. You got a Prime, sign up with your Prime account over there, and subscribe to the GunMuse feed over on Twitch, which for some reason, I think Twitch is blocking me. I've said too much negative stuff about freaking China. Yeah. Twitch is not showing my live stream right now. Something I did on the last one. I probably knocked China. But they did that to me to what's the other one? Everybody's supposedly watching. My wife's watching it. Yeah. What's the app they're trying to ban that's like crack to people? Oh, look at this, man. We're just going down as we do this stuff. Well, I just want to see if I can get this stuff to go here. I'm gonna wind up. I don't. Man, It's 6 o'clock in the morning where I'm at, which makes it 8:30 on the East Coast. Drew's got to go reload his cannon. He's ready for lunch there. What are you eating for lunch these days, man? What's the food like? He's nowhere near a mic. Set the away thing, man. The C channel admin, server admin. I ain't admin on shit. So are you addicted to Hunt Showdown, Ro? Seems to be the game you're playing the most. I went into our 7 Days to Die server. That's what I actually came on to do, was to see if I went on to the 7 Days to Die. I've been having a problem with this NVIDIA card. While I was on 7 Days to Die, one of the monitors would blink on and off. And when that monitor gets shut off by the card, it moves all the apps that I had over in that monitor to the main monitor, and so it disrupts everything. And so I've got stuff that's over on one monitor for filming, And I was going to go into the 7 Days to Die because I downloaded this Ghostbuster thing the last time we went live. Oh, here we go. 7 Days to Die. It is loading. I'm just about to get to a Blood Moon event, which I'm going to get my ass whipped. It's the first 7 days. And then Space Babies, actually, I found his hut not too far from me. They're going to tear that shit down. Because he had about a day in the game, and he built faster than I did. And then I went and cut all his trees down that he planted too. I replanted some new ones. But I went and stole all his trees that he planted. Doot, 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 doot. All right, there we go. Let's go to Fun Pimps. All right, and let's go to Alt Tab. Doo, doo, doo. I don't know if anybody can hear the game. Man, I need to turn that game music down, and that's where I need Creep to tell me how to get in that damn stream. Except captures not coming across you guys, so you may not hear that music that's loud as crap in my ears. Turn down the headset. The news, politics. Let's go to gaming. 7 days to die. To end with you. 7 days to end with you. You know, they got the 2013 7 Days to Die, but it really just got released recently. Let's go here. Go back to live. So there's that. All right. So we're on that, and okay. Update 1.1 stable, which I should be on. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's going through ads. Click here. Continue. Options. I don't know how to get to this option screen. So audio. In-game music. Blah, blah, blah. Dynamic music. The answer to the dynamic music is no. Daily time allocated. What is that? Percentage of time music is allowed to play on a given day. Well, I want it to be 0. Mumble position audio support. No, 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 no. And menu. Enable dynamic music. The answer is no. All right. Overall sound volume, ambient sound volume, in-game music volume. Done. Menu 0. There we go. In-day music, ambient sound volume. You want to hear those guys sneaking up on you. Okay. Apply. And voice volume is going to be 0 because I don't want anybody talking to me in the game. All right. We got something set up for that. Let's go back here. And then video. Full screen is off. Well, there's part of a problem. Let's take it out of 4K. There we go. Apply that. So we're setting up here. So wait a minute. I may need to relaunch the game. Full screen, no. Dynamic resolution mode. Dynamic resolution decreases the 3D rendering resolution as needed to increase frames per second. Dynamic resolution will scale down when below this FPS. Well, there's no reason to be below 30 frames per second. Dynamic resolution scale. Well, we're going to start with 1080. Vertical sync is on. Brightness, I always have to turn that up. Well, I don't know if I got to turn it that high. But it also helps for field of view. We do want more field of view. So apply. Qualities. Let's see what we got here. Ultra, custom. What the hell's going on? We run high. Reflection quality, don't care about. Reflected shadows. Shadow distance. Terrain quality, high. Water quality. If you turn this up too much, I've been falling through the earth on our server. You're a creep if you're listening. If I move too quickly, I keep falling through the earth. I think I went 32 miles down the other day. Or further, I don't know. Or I remember stopped looking around 32. Just walked away when we got a cup of coffee. Motion blur, simple. Okay, so there's that. The UI background opacity, foreground opacity, UI size, UI margin, frames per second scale. Don't care about any of that on the menu, right? Dynamic mesh. I don't know what that means. Oh my God, I can't read this. Let's put a toolbar that goes under the great big icon, right? There's a great big icon covering the text. Tools requires reloading of the game from the main menu. Enables or disables the dynamic mesh system. When enabled, distance, players and buildings, and POI destruction will show in the distance. Well, I want that. Yeah, turn that on. There we go. Mesh distance is, well, I'm going to go, I can't go higher than 100 meters. I think creep might just be right at the 100 meter mark. I just want to be able to see his building in case something's going on. Mesh quality. Oh yeah, go ahead and give me some quality there too. That's all rendered. That's all rendered before the graphics card. That's not going to swamp me. Land claim buffer. The number of chunks around the land claim block. Well, we can go a little higher than what we got. Max region loads. The number of regions that will load at the same time. Well, we'll say 2 so that I don't have any hiccups when I hit a border. Because we're right there on the border where we're located. Max mesh processing. The number of meshes that will be processed concurrently in the background. Higher values use more RAM. Well, I hear my truck running. Oh, that's right. Holly's taking my truck today. Well, I don't need 3. I'm just going to do 2. All right. Apply. All right. I know we're going to have to reboot. Run. I hope she's paying attention because in the morning when the air is cold and that truck hadn't warmed up, holy crap, it dumps some fuel in them twin turbos. You will giddy up and giddy with barely touching that pedal. My truck's running almost 500 horsepower. She don't drive my truck very often. So audio, I already did that back. Video, done it. How about general? Temp unit, language, auto accept quests, yes. Auto share quests, yes. Disable holiday events, no. Temperature unit. Use English compass. Well, yeah. Language is not auto. And it damn sure ain't Chinese. How is that the first click? Auto accept quest, yes. Network workaround. What is that? Enables a workaround for some rare networking issues with some routers. Desyncing while playing. I haven't had that issue. Communication with other players on. E-ply. I got you. Game's gonna restart. Oh, well now you're gonna just restart it without asking. Just gonna do it. Couldn't start the game. Well, that was some crap. Creator file failed with 32. I'm betting that has to do with how many maps I'm opening. Okay, let me go back to 7 Days to Die. Will it let me in the menu at least? If it won't let me in there, you got to go edit the freaking file by hand. I don't even remember where it's at. It's been forever since I had to do that. Forever. Guys, we have our own private server for 7 Days to Die. If you want to download it, it is on sale right now as a Halloween special over using Steam. It doesn't require a massive graphics card. It's one of the reasons I like this game is because I can put it in 4K and record in 4K at the same time, and I'm streaming 4K while loading a game. This crash is a game bug, not. Oh, and even then, let's go back to options. General. Network, communication. Well, it saved it. Okay. So back. Keyboard and mouse. I do want some. Okay, so. Look sensitivity. I'm going to take that up a little higher because I use a ball mouse. I use this to play the game with. And I've been doing this for, hey, I'm on 18 years, 19 years of doing this with this kind of mouse. These are awesome. These things they've been $80. Inflation hadn't hit them. They've actually gone down in price. You can get a new Bluetooth one now for like $40-50 now. Zoom, acceleration. Man, that's awful big. I don't want to change that up. Vehicle sensitivity. We don't want to fart with that. Weapon. Iron sights or things. Hold. You have to keep the aim button pressed. I don't need to be changing that. I'm now used to whatever it was. Splint lock. Okay, movements. Crouch is the C button. All right. I want to change that. Press the button you want to sign. Okay, so. Well, I want to do what? How about we do this? All right. Already in use by focus block, copy or focus block. Yeah, go ahead and get rid of that. I hadn't been doing that, so we'll deal with my building stuff later. Okay. Because I need to be able to shoot. And run is left shift. Run button is now going to be this button. Scope in. Drop tool belt item. How do you get to the menu? What button opens the menu? Secondary action. Whatever. Okay, I got to leave that alone. Jump, space. Left control. Toggle crouch. So if I did that, okay. That would turn the crouch on permanently. I didn't know that. I don't know what some of the buttons are. I've forgotten. My brain's all light sources. F. We don't want to fart with that either. Tool belt vehicle menus. Now see, character B, skills in, challenges Y, creative menu is a U. I remember that now. Now I'm going to leave it alone. Primary click is that, of course. Close windows, escape. That's was also the menu. So that's where the confusion's coming from. Page down, previous category. UI secondary click, focus, search, action, hotkeys. Yes. Action, hotkey, 4D. Page up. Next tab, I don't need no. Okay. I don't know if I'm ever going to need no. Some of this stuff is way. God mode is Q. We're not playing with that. I'm not cheating with this game. Decrease. I don't even know if we got a God mode installed on the server, to be honest. I'll find out. I'll hit Q when I get in there. Yeah, just because. Oh, I've been up 3 hours. This is kicking my ass just being up 3 hours. Okay. Which was the point? I'm going to occupy my time today and change my schedule, which is going to screw me up for the England trip. Oh my gosh. Just out of nowhere, the drugs are wearing off. It makes my skin just feel like it's on fire. Using my back scratcher to rub it a little bit. Give it something else to think about. Edit mode. Camera, change camera. Edit, left, alt. Okay. Excuse me. Global. F1. No, multiply. All right. Apply. Anything I did change. Hit back. I don't have a controller. Enable the controller. I just don't play with the controller. I don't like that play style. Alright. Well, here's the thing. Where's the maximize window? Why didn't that? So, back. Join a game. Connect to IP. Alright. You guys can stop, zoom in, and look at that. I'm going to leave that up for just a second. It's a place to stop and see how to connect to our server. We do reset the server once in a while and at our convenience as people who film. You know, if it gets to where somebody's playing all the time and the damn thing's up on Uber mode, but we've been in starter mode for like 3 weeks, we'll just reset the server and start over. Which sucks for us. So, if you want to play, play. But it gets too rough, and we don't have it. It's not turned down. I died like 30 times this week alone, in like the 4 days of gameplay, which was 1 day of actual play. But in 4 days, I died like 30 times. So get used to it. They're pretty rough in the starter area now. So there's that connect. I need to save that. And what the hell? Maybe I just can't do it yet. I hate when it does that. That's scary for people. Like, what is it doing to my computer? It's loading things to your computer so that the world runs locally while you're in it, and your gameplay doesn't screw up other people's gameplay. It's one of the nice things about 7 Days to Die, is the way they load the characters. Yes, people can put. I mean, we got anti-cheat turned on, so you got to be careful about any plugins you download. I need to download some plugins like bag sorters and things like that. I just haven't done it yet. This computer that I'm on is going away. Hopefully by tomorrow. That's one of the reasons I decided to open up and do a stream. Is I may not have a computer in here on election day. When people expect me to be able to do all politic things on election day, I don't know if I'll have a computer. If I do, it will be one that I'm setting up, so it's going to be a mess. But we'll be on the new graphics card, my 7900 XTS, which will blow away this NVIDIA 4060 Ti. This is an easy. Well, I already know this is an easy anti-cheat. Alt tab. First of all, close that mess. And wow, I didn't take all my crap off that I had in my box. I can't see shit, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. I know you can't either. Well, here's the thing. Q, no. Left alt, no. Control. Oh, control was zoom. Control was the permanent crouch. Okay. Well, I didn't know left alt and right alt do different things. Oh, that does the menu button. And this keyboard, that's permanent crouch as well. Creep, where you at, man? I need some help. I just read it and I still don't know it. All right. Alt tab. Close the game. We'll do this the hard way. All right. So the problem winds up being the game loaded itself in 1080p on a monitor. I'm betting that I've got set up to 4K. Yeah, the monitor's set up 4K. Keep these changes. Slow this down. Oh my God, that is huge. Display settings. Wait a minute. Oh. Just do 100% just because. All right. Okay, now let's load 7 Days to Die. I don't need to open Steam. What the hell's going on there? Oh, it reformatted Okay, right click, transform, fit the screen. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Did it crash? Oh, nope, it switched freaking screens. What's going on here now? Oh my God. It says it's there, but it's not there. It says it's over here. Close that window. Close that up. What the hell happened over here? Alright, let's start this again. We're trying. This shouldn't be this hard. We're talking about opening a game, right? Okay, so hashtag 7day to die. And send that through. Here we go. And we got that. All right. So loading block texture. Holy crap, it loaded it up on the wrong screen. So if I take this and move this over here. Oh my God, what is the mess here? All right, what I need to make this a full screen grab. I'll do that when I connect to IP. All right, we're connecting up to my server. Okay, so there's that. And do I want to bring myself down in here? That's a good question, right? Do I want to have my little buddy butt on the screen? Headset capture, headset mics. I need more. There it is. I need to create a new scene for that. Let's go to that. All right, and let's close that window. Put me down the corner like that. Okay. Normal game stuff. Back to normal game stuff. This is the first time I've done a normal game stuff in years. All right, you'll know it's on our server because the very first thing on the server's information says, don't suck, people are watching you. So if you do join our server, do know that we are going to film your ass getting slaughtered, killed, mutilated, blah, blah, blah. We are paying the bills for the server. It's private, it's clean. We don't want any cheating. We like for it to be a safe environment. We would prefer that we watch our own mouths and don't curse. We'll ban your ass if you go in the game, start harassing people or acting like you're a jerk. You just wind up getting on the list. All right, so I got, if we're looking around in here, I got tunnels back up in here and stuff. I got a long-term plan that I haven't executed yet. Okay. All right, because I don't have enough space here. I got to get crap out of my way. This is the best way to get XP anyway. Okay, so open that storage. Is there anything in it? Oh, nope, nothing in it. So we're going to dump. This is why I need to get a plug-in. So I can turn around and say, upload this, don't upload that. So I need my coins back. And I've got some 762 around here somewhere. Okay, I need a little bit of food just in case. And I need a water just in case. I found one blackstrap coffee. I will use that when I'm not filming because it doubles your XP while mining. And I would just crank out some XP. I'm going to do it after the blood mode. Rotten flesh, electrical parts, foregrip mod. Okay, so here's the thing. I've been having a problem. Maybe I got to put it in my inventory. Maybe that's what I didn't do. Well, it was in my inventory at one point in time. Hey, Ro, are you there? No, they're all playing their own game. They ain't even listening. All right, so there's that. You know what I need to do? Where's chat box? You move that up so I got some space to move. Something's really wrong here. Oh, not screen 2 above screen 1. We want chat box above screen 1. Now scroll down. There we go. And then, all right. I don't know how that was going to look, but it's what it's going to look like today. How about that? I don't need any of this stuff out there. I don't have a shotgun yet. I probably could build one. Oh, I got it. Okay, I got a better shovel here. I got a stone shovel, which were hard to get right off the bat. That slows crap down. Some aloe cream. I might want to take that with me. Huh. Gunpowder. Blah blah blah. And man, I know. I got enough stuff. I've been trying to get enough animal fat here to make some more torches. Well, here's the deal, man. What the hell? It's a level 2 pistol. Maybe I'll find some pistol ammo. So there's my axe. My pipe baton. That's pretty good for smacking crap. Short iron pipe. Well, I need that in my bag for repairing my other weapon. I'm been using my wrench. My wrench is awesome for kicking people's ass. We got the pipe rifle I built. I got a pipe AK-47 in there somewhere. Goldenrod flower I don't need. Put that up. Boxes I am using. And man, home cooking weekly. Hold on. We'll just use that. You've unlocked here what? Grilled corn and baked potato. Hey, I got potatoes somewhere. Hey, there we go. Potatoes. You got a little cooking I can do now. All this. Oh, you gotta have the wood, or the shit don't get done. And there's some cobble in here somewhere too. Maybe. I don't know if there's some cobble. Cobblestone rocks there. I need those. And oh, what the hell happened there? Man, I just got done saying I don't need that little plug-in, right? Then this happens. Okay. Join a game. I hope nobody reset my freaking thing. Connect IP. I don't understand what changed from yesterday. I hit something in a menu that this is windowed, and I don't want it windowed. And I don't know what the point of windowed is if I can't maximize the freaking window or adjust the size of it. You know, all I can do is move it around a little left and right. And even then, I'm moving it off the screen. So my screen zoom's giving me grief. Let me open this. And let me move that over here to another screen. Pac-Man, how you doing? All right, while this loads, guys, I'm going to go grab me something to drink. As Creep pointed out, I drank a lot this morning, but not enough. I'll be right back. All right, you stay outside. Good girl. Oh, she's going to be mad about that. Oh, she's mad. Leroy, no. Why? I got a trash can. I got a trash can under my desk. It's right there. And what I do, I stack trash on the corner of my desk the entire time. I also have a inductive charger on the left side of my desk. All I got to do is set my phone down on it, and it charges. Do I set my phone down on it? No. I set it on the other side of the desk. You want to talk about just personal stupidity. Okay. Man, 7 Days to Die is not like Hunt Showdown like Creep's doing. It's there's some of this the Hunt Showdown. There's let me go into live. Holy crap! How far behind am I? Live, go there, so I can see what's going on. Bandages. Ooh, wow, I'm dizzy. I've been sitting in front of the computer for a while. My nurse, she's a little bit late, I think, this morning. My nurse shows up about 6 minutes ago, which I don't understand how you're late on a day where you get to sleep in an extra hour. What's going on there? Zach, are you watching my stream, man? Yeah. Tell me, why's your mom late, man? Uh, what pills do I need to take? Take one capsule by mouth every week. Oh, this is a vitamin D deficient. I'm vitamin D deficient because I'm inside. I don't get any freaking sun. Which I changed when they told me I was vitamin D deficient. I'm spending an hour outside playing with the dog every day. You know, I don't need to take a pill because that's just taking a pill so I can sit inside and do nothing. Is this it? Breaking them all. There we go. These are the ones. Man, these little monsters. So Lyrica, I'm at 600 a day on this Lyrica. Back to editing my menu. All right, so blah, 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 blah. I needed, what? Okay, first of all, sort. You got some lock picks running around. All right, so I got a bunch of stuff I need to learn. I need to travel far enough to get. Oh, probably could use a repair kit. You always got to have. Usually you want like 25 of these things on there. I don't even know if I can build them yet. I'm just now getting some points. Ladders. I need to build those once in a blue moon. I'll put that down. We don't want to go down there. And then duct tape we don't need right now. I had to finally groove out my ladder because I fell down my shaft, broke my leg the other day. Okay, screw that. And I want to put that mod on my freaking, when I'm in it. I don't know how long that lasts. Your minor setback has created some experience debt. Gain experience to work off this debt. Well, that's me dying. All right, that's a penalty for death. So you're that kind of crap. All right, I look like a damn mummy anyway. But I got to get this stuff upgraded, and then. Hey, how do I get out of this menu? Escape. All right, I've got to find. Okay, first sort. To robotics. I got a bunch of crap in here. Yeah. Eventually, when I get this cave dug out, I will sort and organize this place. Right now, it's like I'm moving in. I stacked a bunch of boxes everywhere. All right. That it? Yeah, let's go to that one. Did that one? Ooh, ominous music. Which, didn't I tell it to not have any music? Can't even get to that box. What the F? Right? You let me put the box down, but you ain't letting me get to the point to where I can open it. Okay. Wow, I'm getting some serious lag. All right, there's nothing in it because I couldn't open it, right? Okay, so here's my bedroll. I'm going to pick my bedroll up now. And just set my bedroll back down. On top of what is going to be my floor down here. Because I intend to make this look nice. But right now you need some. Okay, so your bedroll allows you to spawn down here. So I say down here. I dug a hole straight down. Then I dig a hole to the left. And they've gotten smarter. And I put a door in just in case a zombie gets down here. We are living in the post-age apocalypse here. And when I say I dug a hole straight down, you can see I dug a hole straight effing down. All right. I learned this from Creep. This is a great way to build stuff up. Wait a minute. I took a pregnant ball on, but I didn't take a hydrocodone. Woohoo! Got to take the opiums. Hold on. We need the opium too. Don't mix with alcohol. Make sure you chase it later. Ah. Woo. We're going to get some dog screaming here in a second. That nurse shows up. My dogs love Ashley. Oh, it's damn 10 o'clock at night. Hold on. We don't want to go outside. We don't want to make any noise up here. So, up here on Earth level, I got a quick storage. Just to put certain stuff in. Oh, potted plant. Oh, go ahead. Ding, 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 ding. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go over here. I built some stuff out. All right, got to do a little decorating. I'm going to have to move all that later because I did not finish out the cobble underneath it. All right. Every once in a while when I got a little extra space, I go out there and steal some furniture and stuff. Okay, so, oh my gosh, guys. Hold it down out there. I actually do need to go outside. But here's the thing. Go to tab. I've got a mod right here. Inspect an item, use a drop in. Okay, so go to here. Modify. Why isn't it? Okay. Go back to this. It's not letting me. There we go. That screen. All right. Complete. Now I can chop down some damn trees. Then I'll come in here and dig some damn holes. We are guaranteed to meet some bad guys this time of night. But speed down that tree chopping, please. Boy, I'm getting some lag on the server. I don't know. Maybe I just hadn't built the world yet. That's fortuitous. Repair. All right. I should let that tree grow a little bit. I do like cutting them down when they're 1200s. You get more seeds out of them. We're at 1,000 wood. We need to get some more wood here. When you first start out, selling your wood and selling your clay is how you get more coins than anything. So you do a lot of digging. And then so all my experience points are in my 49er so that I can dig faster, get more digging done, get more XP earlier. I think I put that. Oh. Okay. That's what I did. Should be a bad guy over here somewhere. Okay, let's go to not what I want. That's what I want. I'd really love some batteries out of this, but I'm not getting any batteries yet. I love building solar systems in the game. Man, once you get your solar stuff set up right, and I would like what is that? Coal? Really? I can bring the truck back to you. Hold on. She acts like I want to do her shit today. All good. I don't need my truck today. All gold. That works too. Alright, you gotta kill every tire, so you're gonna need that polymer. There was a bad guy over here. You can tell I looted. You don't want to tear that crap down because in a couple days it'll have more loot. Okay, so not what I did. What was that? Oh, that's a quick switch of my weapons. Holy crap. Found that by accident. Alright. Well, that's a modification of the game because we used to have to chop the log up after the tree fell down. Alright. I'm still in an XP hole. So either I'm going to die again and stay in my XP hole. I wonder how big my XP hole was. I did something. I was doing something that. Ooh, got me on edge. I hear something. Man, I got more PTS from playing these games than I got in real life. They make me actually jumpy. How's that for some shit? They know how to work that sound where that sound just kind of shivers your spine. Yeah. You know what, guys? I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to restart this stream because effing Twitch is giving me some grief, and I want to see if I can fix the grief. But I'm going to start it as a 7 Days to Die straight up stream, and that should hopefully fix some stuff. Oh, hey, here's a nice one. Boy, I did something with the graphics. I'm not going to worry about it. Like I said, this machine's getting replaced. And then the next graphics card, Oh, looky there. There's my little buddy. Where'd he go? Here he comes. Oh yeah, I forgot they run much faster at night. I forgot all about that. I'm getting my ass kicked. And I'm going to have to come back over and get my backpack. Ah. Oh. All right, good place to break. Go do my reset. Like I said, I die a lot. Yeah, I'm more, and I'm going to be doing the tutorials on the engineering aspects. I love the engineering part of the game. I'm not high enough level to do that yet. So, there's one of my videos on building ramps. Creep actually taught me how to build the ramp, and then I did the video on it. It's a popular 7 Days to Die video. I'm actually anybody types in how to build a ramp, you get me on that one. Because I build smooth ramps that a bicycle will go up. You don't slow down. Okay, so let me come down here. And none of my buttons are available? What the hell? What is this? That's the chat. That's the wrong window. All right, Brandon,